When I was a kid, Tom Cruise was a damn American hero. The entire family celebrated his entire catalog of movies, including this classic film that I rented from the video store today, Days of Thunder. I'm Kevin Porter, and you're watching Video Rental Chaos. Days of Thunder brings you as close as you're going to get to a NASCAR event. Well, that was until Netflix fucked everything up. Let's put the pedal to the metal and watch Days of Thunder. Harry Hodge is retired on the farm after last year's tragedy at the Daytona 500. We see Tim Dalen show up at the ranch asking for Harry to build him a car as he has just found the driver that can take NASCAR by storm. Harry does agree to take a look as Rowdy Burns agrees to let them use his car for the trial run. Enter Cole Trickle. Now this dude is built to be a NASCAR race driver, having tons of previous experience. After setting a fast time at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, Harry has no choice but to agree to build this kid a brand new Chevy Luna. We begin our NASCAR journey in Phoenix. Things are a little rough at the beginning between Cole and Harry. Cole is going back and forth with Rowdy also during this race. The bad start continues in the next 3 races also. After Tim lays it down that if they don't get a sponsor real quick, then they are all fucked. Harry and Cole are forced to bury the hatchet. Cole confides in Harry that he doesn't know shit about cars, like nothing about cars. This kicks things into gear as now with the two of them being on the same page, Harry is able to convince Cole to drive like he tells him to. As the cliche says, we're off to the races. Cole is able to outmaneuver Rowdy and uses a slingshot maneuver on the outside to beat Rowdy and win his very first NASCAR race. These two are at each other's throats the rest of the season. It all leads up to a very scary event at the Firecracker 400 in Daytona. Both men are almost killed in a serious accident during the event. While recovering in Daytona Beach, Cole is able to finally regain consciousness. Now, earlier in the film we had a scene where the trucks were pulled over and Cole was more or less sexually assaulted by a stripper cop. Well, he thinks the boys have put Dr. Lewicki up to the same task as he embarrasses himself in front of everyone. This lays the seed as the two hook up during this film and become lovers real quick. We get a meeting with both Cole and Rowdy together with the NASCAR president himself. Cole and Rowdy are still at each other's throats, and unfortunately that both of them can't get medical clearance just yet. It's given to them in very strict instructions that this feud ends here. This leads to a mutual friendship between the two as it feels like deep down they both respect the shit out of each other. While Cole is out with a concussion, Dalen hires another driver to fill his seat as Russ Wheeler comes in to shake things up. But eventually he just adds a new car to compete full-time in the series. This pisses off Harry, who goes head-to-head with Dalen. In his first race back in Atlanta, Cole is forced out of the race due to a blown engine. The tensions are rising between these two at the next race in North Wilkesboro. Russ causes shit by blocking Cole's path during a pit stop, then Cole is forced into the outside wall on the last lap that causes him to lose the race. This is the last straw as Cole has had it and crashes his car into Russ's. The band-aid is ripped off as both crews break off into a fight. Without having to say much, this leads to Darlin firing both Cole and Harry. Cole is able to finally convince Rowdy that he needs to go to the hospital. With his future in doubt, Rowdy asks Cole to drive his car in the Daytona 500. Cole reluctantly agrees and is able to convince Harry to run his crew. After a brief but heated exchange, as the Daytona 500 was what caused Harry to leave the industry the year before. Harry takes a look at Rowdy's car, but things don't look good at first. It's discovered that the engine needs to be replaced. Dayland has a change of heart and provides the new engine to help Cole get on the racetrack. Welcome to the Daytona 500. Russ and Cole are at each other's throats from the get-go. Russ spins Cole out and you're doubting whether or not Cole has it in him to finish the race. Plus, the transmission is causing them grief. This is where both Harry and Darlin's crews, knowing that Cole is in trouble, come together and fix the issue and get Cole back out during the lead lap. We are getting near the end of the race. Russ thinks Cole is going to use his old slingshot maneuver, but Cole dupes him and outmaneuvers him with the crossover and wins the Daytona 500. Days of Thunder is a film that I grew up watching. My dad was a huge Tom Cruise fan. This film and Top Gun were his two favorites. The dude bought me a copy of this on VHS as a kid, and I ate it up. Needless to say, this is a movie I think is very special just for its relationship between me and my dad. I didn't watch this movie in probably 20 years before I watched it for this episode. Does it live up to the hype? I'll be honest, I kind of got bored at certain points. But when the action picked up, I was all in. This movie has a laundry list of actors. I had no clue that Michael Rooker and John C. Reilly were in this movie. Pretty funny considering John C. Reilly's link to Talladega Nights 16 years after this was released. For all you horror fans out there, you get a cameo from Caroline Williamson. Plus, you have fucking Randy Quaid in this movie. And you can't forget Robert Duvall. Also, this is where Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman met on set. This movie still holds up as a fun action flick. This may not be a popular opinion, but I don't hate Jerry Bruckheimer. His movies always have a lot of fun action, and the stories are always somewhat interesting. So next time you're out on the racetrack, make sure to remember Days of Thunder. Until next time, I'll see you at the video store.